Reuters, Wall Street struggled to hold on to early gains on Monday as losses in industrial stocks including Boeing and Caterpillar more than offset gains in chip makers and technology companies. Many of the United States Euro trademark big manufacturers have suffered since U.S. President Donald Trump announced plans to impose tariffs on steel and aluminum imports, a move that could increase their costs while hampering sales abroad. But the 0.5% fall in the Dow Jones Industrial Average followed a near 2% gain for New York Euro trademark's main indexes on Friday after data showed sluggish wage growth in February, easing concerns the Federal Reserve might raise interest rates swiftly. It is a quiet day in terms of news and you still have the tariff fears kind of circling in the markets, Euro said Michael Antonelli, Managing Director, Institutional Sales Trading at Robert W. Baird in Milwaukee. Trump softened his stance last week by exempting Canada and Mexico, but negotiations are ongoing as the European Union also seeks to exempt itself from the tariffs. The tech-heavy Nasdaq, by contrast, gained around 0.4%, helped in part by what traders read as further signs of official disapproval of Broadcom Euro trademark's $117 billion bid for U.S. graphics chip maker Qualcomm. The U.S. Treasury said in a letter to Singapore-based Broadcom that it had violated a Treasury order by not giving sufficient notice to a national security panel of its plans to redomicile in the United States. Euro trademark's, the government coming out and saying that it is leaning towards not allowing this merger to go through, Euro said Kim Forrest, senior equity research analyst at Ford Pitt Capital Group in Pittsburgh. Ethies is a real change, because under the Republican administration, it is generally thought of as less regulatory, less hand-on approach to this sort of this, and this is the very opposite. Euro. Broadcom, ABGOO, gained 3.4% while shares in Qualcomm, QCOMO, were flat. Shares of Micron Technology, MUO, jumped nearly 10% after analysts at Nomura raised their target for the stock to $100 to $41 above current rates. Ocular, OCLRO, jumped 27% after laser and optical fiber specialist Lumen Holdings said it would buy the optical components producer for $1.7 billion. Lumentum Euro trademark's shares rose 7.6%. Wall Street had its worst 2 weeks in 2 years last month as fears of higher wages, inflation, and interest rates triggered a sell-off that dragged the main indexes into correction territory. Traders of U.S. short-term interest rate futures, however, have reeled bets back in on the Federal Reserve delivering any more than the earlier forecast 3 rate hikes this year. The S&P 500 in response is just 3% below record highs hit on January 26 while the Nasdaq.IXIC is back to a record. By 11:51 a.m. ET, the S&P 500.SPX was down just 0.1% at 2,783.96.